sim, eu não tenho muito tempo mais. Isso é melhor de antes. Ontem eu não pode falar quase.
Caramba.
Hey
Por isso que eu
Jason,
morro. Ei,
love you.
Jason.
And okay, so Lefty's gonna do a thing. Can you please let us know when that actually starts? I may overlap just a little bit. I don't really have a lot to cover, uh, except Mariana wanted to do this, and it's a good opportunity to just show a couple different things. So first of all, this is not a fashion statement. These gowns, I guess there's a whole different range of gowns. I've never seen a gown like this. This one opens up both here and then they have snaps here so that it uncovers the chest
Eita.
because I had an EKG halter. I wish I could have shown you. Maybe I should have done this yesterday but I felt like hell. And they had this fucking halter around my goddamn neck with a goddamn box. I have this big that monitored my EKG for 48 hours. They just took it off. And I had all those damn sticky things all over the place, which were itchy and annoying. Itchy and annoying means a lot when you're desperate to get some sleep and you're in too much pain to sleep. So it's a hospital stay is something else.
Tá falando
Mariana,
do quê?
você melhor?
É porque eu não descansei do Réveillon. Eu tô sem voz aqui, tô toda rouca. É,
Okay, so
ah, é a outra.
is feeling better. She lost her voice during New Year's celebration, so she's doing much better. My foot is awful, so let me see if I can show you.
Ai, antes de ser pauleira. Vocês não estão entendendo.
Okay, so there's the
Uai, a cirurgia foi no pé? Não era na mão, não?
no. Surprisingly, there's very little swelling. So I'll show you what they did. So let me see if I can point to it or something. Oh, I don't have a pointer. Do I have a pointer? Yeah, here we go. So they cut they cut the bone off like that.
Todo dia.
Okay, so they cut the bone off and
Todo
then they
dia.
replace the big toe over onto I think that's the metatarsal.
Olha,
Yeah, metatarsal, and then they
sei.
pin it with a titanium pin. So what's funny is my friend didn't know I was in the hospital, and he called me today, and he's like, "Where are you?" I was like, "I'm in the hospital." And he's like, "I said, what the hell?" He's like, "What they do?" Well, he's like, he always loves to joke. He has a dark sense of humor. He said, "What they do? Amputate?" And I was like, "Yeah, technically, yeah. They amputated my damn big toe, and then
Ô dó.
shifted it over, and then screwed it in." Jason, that minimalist katana is a mini. Wait, what?
Marcos,
Minimalist katana? Is that a new? That's not new, is it? The budget guy, the minimalist katana. Are you talking about the katana that has a slight recurve in it?
é B-Day, viu, gente? B-Day.
Great. I know. I can't believe it's not hugely swollen. So they gave me some very extremely intravenous, some very powerful anti-inflammatories. So that may have played a considerable role. What up, knifesters and surgery fans? Howdy. Oh yeah, and then the blood squirt. So just now, before I went live, let me show you.
Hum,
Oops. Yeah. Okay.
blood.
So they nurses always love my veins because they're like, man, you've got fantastic veins for my thumb surgery when I severed this. The Filipina nurse, she says, your vein is like a fire hose. So they love this. Now it's good and bad. I'm a crazy sleeper, so I kept knocking it out little by little. And just now, before I went live, motherfucking the what do you call this thing when they stick it in there and they leave it in? It was a 20 gauge needle. That fucker fell out and blood like a fountain. The blood splurted out. It all the way down to here, and then so I lifted my arm up. It pulled up here, and then it just started leaking down here. So as you can you see the blood? It's still wet. Pode ver sangue.
Caramba, mas de onde?
Aí agora já há poucos minutos.
Saindo de onde? Do braço?
Sim.
Caramba,
Yep.
será que
Lado
furou?
aqui. So I
Ah,
pulled,
tá.
yeah, and then they had to pull this one out too because I kept messing with it and this one. So all three through my crazy sleep have been knocked out. So I'm gonna have to get three new ones. Are you telling me that we're nine toed? Um, Technically at some point, but at some point it will fuse and I will be 10 toed again. Katana, not Karan. Jason, like Karen. Jason, I sent that traditional CRKT looks pretty cool. Uh, what? What's up? Oh, hey, Goondocks. I didn't see you.
Oh,
Where?
dó.
I don't see you. Where are you?
Ele já tá em.
Oh, what the hell happened? Yeah, so last minute surgery. Oh, minimalist Karan. Oh, okay, Katana is on the 2022. Oh, so it is new. CRKT lineup is pretty good looking, and the Vinandi is a new traditional pattern by CRKT. I actually like them. Not a CRKT fan. Jason, I've said this a million times. CRKT doesn't make it easy to be a fan, but I'm telling you, CRKT every single year comes out with something that gotta have it. Like for me, the CR CEO gotta have it. It's the perfect low budget um, uh, gentleman's knife with fantastic action and a really nice thin slicey stabby blade. It's such uh, a short blade, not tall, right? And it's very stabby, very slicey. It's a fantastic blade shape, um, and the entire minimalist series for CRKT is you can't ignore it. So they did a phenomenal job with the minimalist series, and their little tiny fixed blades. I just recently got the Biwa, not the this SMKW exclusive, but the regular one. It was very budget. Uh, it's also designed by Foltz, who did the Minimalist, and the Biwa is fantastic, super 3D contoured, very mini EDC fixed blade. The I really like the I think it's called the tailbone. It's where they have instead of a handle, they have like a metal link, and then they put lanyard around it. There's a whole, and then the deadbolt lock. Hey, I think they overpriced the deadbolt lock, but I welcome innovation. The deadbolt lock is next to the shark lock, one of the better lock mechanisms technologies out there right now. So CRKT is really good at what they do, and they're very good at bringing in really high-end designers. So, for example, they bring in Brian Ty button locks. That guy, you can't get his button locks otherwise because they're hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Even if you had the money, I don't think it's easy to get on his list.
Eu, hein, pensei que você ia fazer cirurgia na mão, não na
Okay.
perna. Você não me falou nada. Tá querendo fazer surpresa para cirurgia?
I still need to get a CEO. I'll send you one if you want. Hollywood, do
Gente,
you
ele
have?
ele não me falou nada.
I do. JN, I have
Absurdo.
the Obake, and they also have a mini Obake, which I don't think is very easy to find because it's hard for me to find. I got it secondhand. I was gonna say Hollywood's crotch is getting. Oh Jesus Christ! Are you serious? I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, Scott. That one does interest me. The spew looks okay too. Exactly. The I haven't gotten the spew yet. I would like to. Again, slightly overpriced. I mean, their stuff is 20, 30, 40% overpriced, which is not a huge amount, but just a few extra dollars and you feel like is worth. But again, who else is making a spew? I don't know. I don't know anyone else that's making a very, very reasonably budget fixed blade Warncliffe of that kind. So I would like the spew. Now, interesting story in a Facebook group. Some guy posted, I got these hospitals bills coming up, but boy, I sure would like to get this spew, but I can't spare the $20. Which $20, I think it's usually more. I think it must have been on sale. And some people clowned on it, but you can't buy a $20 knife. But a bunch of other people stepped up and said, "Don't worry, I'm gonna send you one."
Não é fácil, não, meu povo.
Their materials just suck. Yeah. Uh, Here's the thing. Yes, they use FRN, but they pick the best FRN on the planet. I mean, the FRN on their Tie Fighter, the Brian Tie I was telling you about, and on the CEO is has great contouring, milling, whatever it is, and they do it so nice. It almost looks like carbon fiber. I thought the CEO was like a peel ply carbon fiber before I had one in hand. I love the Volts Minimalist Civet Bowie. It was the first minimalist Bowie with the black handle without the finger grooves. Oh, okay. Had one and gave it away. Then it discontinued. Couldn't get another one. Oops. Um, really? Did they discontinue that many of them? That's too bad. I didn't know a bunch of them were discontinued. Hey, Junior Miz. No worries, brother. Glad you're okay.
Tá falando o quê?
Eu falando sobre de
É,
tudo. They're making a Spec 2. What's a Spec 2?
você falou que esse é aniversário? Falou?
Meu aniversário. Live in 3. Okay.
Meu aniversário.
Meu aniversário. Okay, yeah.
Happy
Also,
day.
she said it's my birthday. Você vai cantar pra mim?
Eu vou cantar o quê? Eu tô sem voz.
Sim, é um tipo de cantando, né? Como a
Ah, é um
Damiana.
tipo, será que a minha voz fica mais sexy rouca?
JN, you are a full minimalist every day, warning or drop point. Okay, I don't have that. I only have the minimalist. I mean, excuse me, I have all three of the ones I have are Bowie because the SMKW exclusive D2 with my Micarta handles is the Bowie, and then I have the gears, the special edition gears, and the special edition Cthulhu. Both of them are also the Bowie. So unfortunately, I don't have the other blade types. Hope you feel better soon. Thanks, Junior. Então, canta pra mim. So it's also my birthday today.
Canta, canta, minha gente. Deixa a tristeza pra lá. Canta forte. Você conhece essa música? Que a vida vai melhorar. Que a vida vai melhorar. Vai melhorar. Nossa, velho, caiu. Não acredito.
Now, vai canta
Eu tô
mais.
sem voz. Mas.
Sim, continuar te cantando. Thanks,
Hum,
Steve, for the birthday wishes. It's definitely my roughest
é,
birthday. Um, I was scheduled for the surgery, but they moved it up, so it kind of came. It's Portuguese. She lives in Brazil, and she lives in Bahia, which is the sort of the black
Bahia.
capital, this part of Brazil. I
Fala,
wanted to get
fala pra eles que a cidade,
do that.
aonde que eu moro, é a cidade do descobrimento do Brasil. Foi aqui que Pedro Álvares Cabral veio explorar.
So she's saying that where she lives is where the Portuguese first arrived in Brazil, So it's the oldest part of Brazil in terms of European part.
Gente,
So
tem
they
noção.
arrived in her town. Um, I wonder what the difference is between the Warncliffe minimalist and the spew, because I believe the spew is a lot longer. The blade is a lot longer, I believe.
Hum.
Oh, hey, Dark Gravity, thanks for joining us.
Tá tomando café com leite, é? Ou é
Hum,
chá? É
Tipicamente,
aniversário do bonito. Tá
eu?
fazendo quantos anos, amor? 49?
Não, para.
É, é o meu
40,
véi, é meu véi.
não, 9, é 8, né?
Não, é 9. Você já tinha 48, você não tinha 47, não, você mentiu sua idade pra mim. Olha que absurdo.
É?
É,
É,
49.
idiota, é 8, aí não 9, nada.
Oxi. Nossa, eu tô com uma voz.
Jay, it doesn't have the worst finger grooves. For me, I said this, I think, in the last video. Um, the finger grooves on the minimalist is the only finger grooves I can think of that are not uncomfortable. Now, I agree, neutral is even better. I didn't realize that they made a neutral one as well with the drop point that Jason was talking about. For some reason, the finger grooves work perfectly on the minimalist. Maybe it's just me, but usually finger grooves never work out because they only fit one hand, and it's never yours, right? Uh, for some reason, they seem to have done it right, just on the minimalist. I have a spewed, put utility clip on it, good little EDC blade. Yeah, um, you put a utility clip. Did you not like the clip that it came with, factory? Did you not like that clip? Wait, the spew 14C28, I'm sold. Oh yeah, but then they jack up the price. CRKT charges a lot for 14C28. Unfortunately, I have a spew. Okay. Is utility the brand? Yeah. Excuse me. UltiClip. UltiClip is not just a brand; it's a brand name. In other words, they're kind of the people in terms of that type of clip. It's not a tech lock, obviously, but CRKT comes stock. All of their little fixed blades comes with a little stock sort of knockoff ulti clip. Is ulti clip the brand? Yeah, I believe it. Let's check out. I have the spew too. Yeah. So Junior, do you not like the clip that the spew came with? Hey Mark, thanks.
Um monte de gente nova na live. Uhum.
Yeah, see, tem muitos nomes.
Uhum. Tem uns que eu
And
nem sei pronunciar.
everyone check to see if they're subscribed. I could use it and hit like um, and comment on any videos because that helps the algorithm. I realize I'm nowhere near getting relevant, but
Ele não comenta nada, cu de
up
preguiça.
there. Yep.
É, ué, pois ele não comenta. Ó o Mar.
Oh, hey,
Ei,
Jerome.
Mar. Ei, ó. É o JR. Como é que pronuncia? É Júnior? Aqui no Brasil a gente chama de Júnior. JR Júnior.
Say, hey, Junior. By the way,
Nossa,
Junior
eu tô
is a very,
rouca.
very common name in Brazil. Like every second person's name is Junior. I didn't come. It didn't come with only the kayak sheet and a neck paracord.
Isso,
Wow,
isso.
that's strange because all of the minimalists come with a little fake ulti clip. Going over to Lefty Live. Have a good night. Thanks for joining in, Steve. Hit like on the way out if you could. And yeah, we'll probably have to cut it here too so we could go over to join Lefties. Um, I'll go on for a little bit if people want to ask any questions or anything. So let's see. I finished showing the blood. What else did I need to show you? What else wanted to discuss? Oh, the state of TV. So I don't have a TV at home. I haven't had one in forever. And I was watching TV when I first got here. It's disturbing how bad it is. I mean, it's so out there to just distract, distract, distract. And I'm not saying distract from life's worries. I get there's a certain extent to that. You know, I certainly do that. But a very deliberate, very propagandistic, focus on these irrelevant facts. Don't think about climate change. Don't think about the possible existence of human civilized life, And these are some major things that are going on. You look at Colorado, what's happening, how can you talk about what's happening in Colorado without talking about climate change and climate refugees? And at this point,
Você vai,
hundreds of millions of people are climate refugees. TV is
amor,
yeah.
você vai ter alta quando do hospital? Você sabe?
Ok, fala de novo.
Alta, quando que você vai sair do hospital?
O quê?
Quando que você vai sair do hospital?
Quarteira de janeiro.
Quarta-feira,
Qua-
tá?
Não, quarta.
É,
O dia.
quarta-feira, quarta-feira.
Não, não quarta-feira. O quarto dia de janeiro.
Quinta-feira, ou dia 4,
The only good TV that I did see though was one of the channels is doing a marathon on ghost hunters, which I thought was cool. Let's see, who was mentioning? Oh yeah, Faction was mentioning. He said he stayed at the most haunted hotel in Arizona, didn't see anything. So I lived in a haunted house up in San Jose, California, and worked at a haunted hotel. I saw the famous ghost. I didn't find out it was a famous ghost until literally my last day of work. So I didn't realize that was a ghost that everyone was seeing there. It kind of came to me all at once. We have a TV and watch movies from time to time. The kid mostly has cartoons on. I keep a record player in the living room and try to play music as
Em
much as
falar
possible.
em filme, eu quero ver filme hoje. Descendo do chão
Oh,
novinha.
I haven't posted anyone's comments. I'm sorry. I just realized I didn't do any of that. Uh, yeah, let's see. I told him Matt he needs to bring some. What next time? Some mushrooms. Oh no. Record players.
Cogumelo, isso?
Mine. Yeah, I've lost multiple record players over the years. Every time I moved, I've lost more. To open the dimension, oh, pfft, not that kind of dimension. No, I didn't use those dimensions. I don't watch TV, occasional movies, but I watch
Eu
too much
entendi.
YouTube lately. I watch almost exclusively YouTube, but then again, I don't really have the option of watching TV. But I realize now I wouldn't. The only thing I did watch was Democracy Now. I don't know if you guys ever watched Democracy Now, but this is the only place to get your news. Democracy.
Amor, fala daquele filme lá da Adele. Adele, o seu filme predileto.
And this morning she had on Noam Chomsky. So look up his thing that he did yesterday. Wait, let me get this up. The War and Peace Report. Oh, hey, there you go. EDC knows what's up. Well, you're in LA, so I guess you listen to KPFK. I have 9 turntables. Dude, send me one.
Hum. Como é que é o nome aí? Tanto. Descendo no chão novinha, novinha, chão novinha, novinha,
So
novinha.
if in the live want
Vocês
to.
estão falando de filme, né?
Okay.
Mo, vocês estão falando de filme?
Eu não falo nada sobre filme, nada. Oh man, I only have 3. Fala sobre uh, o platas de música, como se diz? I have 2 turntables and a microphone. Yes, indeed. I watched. DN for a long time, but that shit breaks me down. I watched Democracy. Yeah, Jan, I stopped watching it for years because it makes me so angry. Makes me feel so helpless, so powerless. Um, um, it's just depressing. Um, if we had a modicum of democracy, a modicum of sanity in this country, a genuine, left wing movement for justice, like if we lived in a Western European style social democracy, I wouldn't find it that depressing because I know at least, we have a socialist party or whatever that, but we don't even have the possibility of that kind of action in society. So yeah, it just becomes completely depressing to see how zany and bizarre the idiocy here is. Gonna start driving. Hopefully the live doesn't end.
Bye
Um,
bye.
the ending because Lefty is gonna go. I'm going to have to see you there. Okay, yeah, see you there. Junior Miz Lefty EDC is gonna go live in a bit. So um, unless there isn't more comments, I like what JN and EDC pointed out about Democracy Live and the War and Peace Report and all that. And it's sad that our emotional well-being isn't compatible with knowing the most pressing, the
Mm.
most the highest priority facts relevant to our survival as a
Tá tendo
species,
live agora?
possibility for
Hum,
civilized life on this planet.
tá
Uh,
escuro.
Você fala bastante. I'm going to lefties. Okay, você fala
Fica
quando eu
dentro,
falo. Tá, tchau. Eu vou dormir não, tá?
eu não tô escutando.
Você
Agora.
tá sendo tio, como sempre. Tchau.
Não, para.
Okay, so anyway, I don't, she's just mumbling in my ear. I don't know if you guys could hear her in the broadcast or not, but she was just mumbling in my ear while I was talking, and I just don't have the patience for that. But yeah, I mean, it's sad to think that I have to prioritize not listening to Democracy Now, not following the news, um, because any kind of serious analysis of the world will you conclude that there really isn't a chance for change. There really isn't hope for survival. That the masses, the sheeple, will definitely gerbil style jump off a cliff well before they have the guts, courage, or intellectual integrity to go ahead and step up, find out what's going on. Two techniques, 1210, cool, hold on. Two techniques, 1210, Rega, Plano, I never heard of Rega. Magnavox, console turntable. Two Crowley, a Gemini portable, a Fisher Price, yes, and a Rotel RP3000. I love all my turntables. Cool. I love the Fisher Price. See you there, Ninja. Okay. All right. See you guys over at Lefties. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think we should do about staying on top of news because it's just too depressing, and why we don't have a serious movement for social justice in this country. And I mean, the sad irony is, if you look at the long history of socialism, a huge chunk of it took place in the U.S. Not just the Haymarket Massacre martyrs in 1885 and May 1st, but also, Oneida, all these communes that popped up throughout the 19th century. So, we have a very rich history of socialism in this country alone, back when we were building what that concept was, the idea of egalitarianism and such. It has a rich, deep history in this country, and to see how far we've come from that, and our downward spiral into full blown fascism. I mean, it's just pathetic. And another reminder. Thanks, Trump. You might start a revolution for socialism. Yeah, right. I wish. I want to remind everybody, no tube is so socialism is not a dirty word. It is in America because of successful propaganda and functionally illiterate people who fall for the most sad, pathetic, childish propaganda out there. Um, Democracy is not easy. Yeah, well, we can get into an even bigger discussion. So May 1st, 2022, no uploads. If you guys could help me spread the word on this, nobody is picking up on it, and I think um, to YouTube that we have to show YouTube our power by May 1st. We need to start this as a movement across YouTube. If people could, I mean, I don't have the traction for it. Nobody watches me. I keep mentioning it in chat. Nobody is picking up on it. Again, a telltale sign of how pathetic we are as a society. We're like children. Um, and you get what you deserve if you want to act like pathetic, cowardly, functionally illiterate children, with zero emotional maturity and an absent intellectual, you know, uh, foundation. Then you end up with people who don't want to. Yeah, Labor Day, exactly. We don't know about that in America. Okay, so May 1st is International Labor Day. It started here in America in Chicago in 1885. Yet in America, we celebrate Labor Day in September, which used to be a bank holiday, a holiday for bankers. If you This is America. I mean, it's just so openly fascist. It's just very sad. Um, so please, if people could please put out the word no tube on May 1st, 2021. I should put that into the description. Okay. Anyway, thanks for tuning into my hospital live and my birthday live. And I guess people are going to head over to Lefty EDC, so we'll see you over there. Thanks. Good night.